Okay guys, this is it. Got a bit of a wind blowing, but I've sat here long enough, so I'm going to go for it. I've got quite breezy. If I can take off and get a little bit of height, then hopefully it'll turn. Here we go. I'll try and turn before I get to you. Oh! Oh! Oh dear. Well, I had no steering control at all, which I can't say I'm surprised at, but cart wheels aren't good. Cliff's ejected. So it took off with a bit of get up and go. Well, the wing hasn't broken, just the tail booms. Okay, we'll get back to that drawing board. I might have to put some sort of ailerons on, or wing warping. Okay guys, bench is a mess, but what I plan to do, I haven't reviewed the video, I haven't got time. I didn't seem to have a lot of control in roll, but the wind is due to drop a little bit more as the day goes on, so what I'm hoping to do is get back up there later on today and give her a go. Maybe the wing needs more dihedral, that would help to turn it as well. To accomplish that, I would have to make a new centre section box. Anyway, let's get this fuselage repaired and take it from there. I think I bent the prop shaft actually. Yeah, I think I have. Well, not much I can do about that. Okay, let's glue that back on. See exactly what we've got there. Okay, that will do it. Let's think about the dihedral then. I think perhaps the easiest way to do it, might just be to saw this in half and re-glue it. Go right down the middle. It's got to be equal, of course. Oh. How much do you want? Well, that's a reasonable amount. Just springs to there, look. Just put my hand in the drying epoxy. I normally just wipe the surplus up like that, because I always end up putting my elbow in it or something. Some on there. And pop that in. Like that. That's repaired, more dihedral. Now we've got some feedback from the flight. So I've improved the control surface, froze. I've increased the dihedral. CG seemed about right. So we're ready to go. So let's get up the field, shall we, and give it another go. Should I take my glue with me? Probably should. I've got some weights on me just in case as well. Jeff in Lower Alabama, I've got some nose weight. It's not in the plane, but it's in my pocket. So, and I'm really surprised actually how well the plane survived, considering it cartwheeled. So back up the field again now, guys. About 4:15, I think. There's still a light wind, but it is what they forecast, I think, about 5 or 6 miles an hour, so it's going to have to do. So let's get the model out, get up to the patch, and let's go for test flight number 2. Cheers. I think I forgot to turn the camera on. It was exactly the same as this morning, exactly the same outcome. the flight could have been identical, so sorry about that. But I was just saying to myself, the brake is almost exactly the same as this morning. What else can I try? The flight was identical to this morning's. It didn't respond much at all. It climbed away nicely, but it didn't respond. Right, okay, hello again. By way of a bonus footage, I'm still up the field. I've glued it all back together. I've taken off the guide here to beef that up. It's all a little bit on the crude side, especially as the motor's got a bit of a, oh, I think the screws, yeah, the mounting screws have come out, that's why it's vibrating. But I thought I'd give it a glide, test glide, by way of an apology to you guys. I just didn't want to give up without a fight, give you something to watch. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to open the motor up now because it's come out of its housing, but there's absolutely no reason why I can't have a go at gliding it. I can't believe I had that second flight without the camera running. Right, so I'm just going to give it a test glide. That's all I can do. See if it goes. It's a shame I'm test gliding into the sun because you can't see. Nobody can see really. Something like that. I've got super glue on my fingers and it's a little bit slippery. It's set super glue, by the way. Look, there's a nice shadow, look. It's a chap with a peak on. Right, here we go. Oh, now that was interesting. It went off to the left, but I gave it full right, and it looked like it was just starting to come back out. Try that again. That was straight, but I'd full up elevator. Not a lot was happening. Oh, smashed my wheel, look. Again, it went to the left. I gave full right. It just doesn't want to fly to the right, does it? Oh. There's bits of, that's what that noise was then. Undercarriage. Is that all the bits? Wind. No, I'm pulling in full up and it's not climbing. It seems to need the power to climb. So perhaps that gives us a clue as to the CG. If I'm pulling in up, is it nose heavy? It's nose heavy then, isn't it? So I'll tell you what, while we're experimenting, let's push the battery back a bit, push it back to there. Okay, let's try that. Ha! So there I had full right and full up. There's a little bit of wind coming from the right hand side. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the pilot off. Yeah, right, I've got full right trim, full up trim. Oh! So there again, I was flying with full right and full up, but in fairness, the launch was a little bit to the left, wasn't it? Considering that was a bad launch, it recovered really well. Just can't get it to turn right. Right guys, I've made a colossal mistake. And the colossal mistake is this. I've just editing the video there. I suddenly had a what they call it, a inspirational thought. I was wondering if I'd got these control surfaces left and right reversed. Now in my mind's eye, I was thinking that if you imagine that's an aileron wing, if that was a wing, that would be right. This wing lifts, that wing drops, so the left, this wing would lift, push it to the right. I've got a book here, old slope soaring book. I suddenly remembered it's actually got V-tail control throws in them. And if you look at that, if you're going to go left, the left control surface moves down and the right one moves up, which is the opposite to what I've just said. So left, I've got the opposite going on. When I'm launching it and I'm getting it's going to the left and I give it full right, I'm actually giving it a bucket full of more left. So, oh dear, Cliff's made a major boo-boo here. You live and learn. With that in mind, all I need do is reverse those two controls and she's going to fly. Dough, I believe the word is. Oh, don't you just love this hobby? Thanks for watching. Hit the little like button if you've enjoyed the journey so far and the boo-boos. And I'll see you in the next attempt at flight. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.